For the last few videos, we have been looking at all things menstrual cycle. Today, I want to talk to you a bit more about some of the things that can happen when your hormones are out of balance. We briefly touched on PCOS and PMS in some of the previous videos, but I wanted to go a little bit more in depth about what they are and how they can manifest in your body. So PCOS is Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. It's a hormonal disorder that affects women of reproductive age. It is characterized by various hormonal imbalances leading to multiple cysts on the ovaries. PCOS can cause a range of symptoms affecting the menstrual cycle, fertility, and overall health. Some of the symptoms of PCOS are irregular menstrual periods. Women with PCOS may experience infrequent or prolonged menstrual cycles, or they may have no periods at all. Hyperandrogenism. This is where there are elevated levels of androgens, which are male hormones, in the body that can lead to symptoms such as excess facial hair, excess body hair, which is generally called hirsutism, acne, and male patterned baldness. Polycystic ovaries. This is where multiple cysts can form on the ovaries. This can be detected through an ultrasound. Weight gain. Many sisters with PCOS struggle with weight gain or find it a huge challenge to lose weight. Insulin resistance. PCOS is often associated with insulin resistance, which can lead to higher blood sugar levels and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. I've actually heard people refer to PCOS as diabetes of the womb. And the other symptom is infertility. The hormonal imbalances in PCOS can interfere with ovulation, making it very difficult for some women to conceive. So PMS, Premenstrual Syndrome. PMS refers to a collection of physical and emotional symptoms that occur in the days leading up to menstruation, so leading up to your winter. So this is usually in your autumn period. The PMS symptoms can vary widely between individuals and cycles, but they commonly include the following: mood swings and irritability, fatigue, bloating, breast tenderness or swelling, headaches, food cravings, and trouble sleeping. There is also PMDD, which is basically PMS on steroids. PMDD, which stands for Premenstrual Dysphoric Disorder, is a severe and more debilitating form of PMS. It is estimated to affect a smaller percentage of women, but the symptoms can significantly interfere with daily life. So the symptoms of PMDD are similar to those of PMS, but are much more intense and may include things such as extreme mood swings, depression, feelings of hopelessness or unaliving ideations, intense anger or irritability, anxiety, panic attacks, tension, severe fatigue, changes in sleep patterns, and physical symptoms such as bloating and breast tenderness. Both PMS and PMDD occur during the luteal phase of the menstrual cycle, as I mentioned before. This is after ovulation but before menstruation. These conditions are believed to be linked to hormonal fluctuations during this time. Ultimately, our hormones are supposed to be balanced. PMS and PMDD are actually not as normal as we've been led to believe. It's sort of been taught that you experience PMS and that just is what it is, that's just part of your cycle, but actually it is an indication that there is some sort of imbalance going on in your hormones, and so it shouldn't just be taken as, oh, before my period I tend to get emotional, I tend to get angry, and then for the next few weeks everything's fine. You really want to look a bit deeper and unpack why you might be experiencing these kind of mood fluctuations. So yes, I will implore you to look deeper into why you might be experiencing symptoms of PMS and PMDD, as opposed to just kind of brushing it off and putting it down to this is just part of being a woman, because actually it's not. Stress management is also very, very important when trying to alleviate the symptoms of PMS, PMDD, and PCOS. In bodies that experience PCOS, they tend to be more sensitive to cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone that is released when we are in a state of high stress, high anxiety, or survival mode. However, it can also increase your appetite. And so therefore, in bodies that experience PCOS, if you're not managing your stress, then you will find that the symptoms can be much worse and the weight is way harder to get off. You may find that you have increased cravings for sweet or fatty or salty foods. Those are indications that your cortisol levels can be too high. In bodies that experience PCOS, you also have to be very mindful about the types of exercise you do, because doing too much cardio and things like that does ultimately put the body under stress and releases the cortisol, and hence you can be working out and gaining weight. So you have to be mindful about the types of exercises that you can and can't do, and be mindful about when you do them during your cycle. In conclusion, PCOS, PMS, and PMDD are all distinct conditions that can affect a woman's menstrual cycle, reproductive health, and overall well-being. Identifying and understanding these conditions can lead to better management and improved quality of life for those affected. Early diagnosis and appropriate treatment can help individuals find relief from their symptoms and lead to a healthier, more fulfilling life. So don't live with this. Don't suffer in silence, just thinking it's just part of being a woman. Start to unpack some of these symptoms if you are experiencing them. But ultimately, I want you to know that PCOS, PMS, and PMDD are not life sentences. It's not something that you have to feel like now, if you do get diagnosed with it, now you're wearing a ball and chain constantly around your ankle. It can be managed, and it can be managed so effectively that you can lead a normal, healthy, balanced life. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that it has helped someone. I hope you have been able to find value. If you have, remember to give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and subscribe. And remember, you are powerful beyond measure. Keep showing up for yourself, and I'll be here to cheer you on. I'll see you in the next video.